Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020, and we are going to be looking at math for our online learning.
I just want to remind you that before you get to the next math lesson, there is quiz 4, which is a review of the things that we've done the last couple days.
We're going to be looking at a variety of story problems. We're going to first begin with one that I made up. Maylee has 15 Barbie dolls. She broke 3 of them, but was lucky enough to get 4 more for Easter. How many Barbies are left? We need to look at all of the numbers 15, 3, and 4. Those are the numbers that we need to look at. This is a two-step problem. We're going to do 15 minus 3, and that equals 12. And then she got 4 more for Easter, so 12 plus 4 is 16. And then we need to figure out the label. And the label is asking how many more Barbies does she have. So the label is Barbies. The next one, Mr. Wargo had 29 jelly beans. He dropped 7 on the ground and then found more in the candy dish. How many jelly beans does Mr. Wargo eat? Again, we got to look at the numbers first. The first one is 29. He dropped 7 on the floor. So we have to do 29 minus 7 is 22. The next part of that, we have to then add in those that he found in the dish. He found 4 more. So we're going to take our 22 and we are going to add the 4 more that he found. So 22 plus 4 is 26. And again, we have to label jelly beans. Jelly beans. The next one, we have 2 amounts of money, $3.89 plus $2.99, which equals $6.88. But we're going to take that away from the $7 that we had in our pockets. We need to figure out how much money is left in change. $7 minus $6 or $6.88 equals 12 cents. You can write it like that, or you can write it with just the cent sign. Another problem similar to that, two-step problem, we have to add up the 2 amounts of money and subtract it from the amount of change that was in the pocket of the person purchasing it. The person had $6.75. So we're going to take away the first amount that you added up and subtract it from the amount that was given to you and have the amount of money that was left over. The next one, we have to talk about the review of what does a dozen mean. A dozen eggs is 12. So 1 dozen would be 1 times 12, which is 12. 2 dozen is 2 times 12, which is 24. 3 dozen would be 3 times 12, which is 36. And 4 dozen, 4 times 12, which is 48. And we could go on and on. Mrs. Wargo bought 3 dozen donuts for her class of 20 students. How many does she have left? Well, we first do 3 times 12 is 36. And then we subtract the 20 students that we have, which would give us 16 left. And don't forget, we have to label that is donuts. So it's a two-step problem there as well. I baked 4 dozen cookies. Mr. Wargo ate 8 of them. So how many cookies do I have left? First, I have to figure out how many cookies I had to begin with, which is 4 times 12, which is 48. Mr. Wargo ate 8 of them, so 48 minus 8 is 40. So I have 40 left. But how many do I have left? 40 what? Chickens? Oh no. I always joke about that. I don't have 40 chickens. I have 40 cookies. I have to go back up and look at my label. The next section, we are reviewing how to figure out the perimeter we add. So if one end is 10, that would mean the other side is 10, and one side is 5, the other side is 5. To figure out the perimeter, we would add up 10 plus 10, which is 20. Figure out those ones. And 5 plus 5, which is 10. And then we're going to take our 20 plus our 10, and we are going to add those up to equal our 30. and we have to label it with whatever happened to say there. In this situation, it said inches. This next one, we have our 9 meters and our 3 meters, so we just label the opposite ends of our rectangle. And we know that 9 plus 9 is 18, and 3 plus 3 is 6. 18 plus 6, we add 8 plus 6 is 14, carry the 1, and we have 24. We label M for meters. The next one is a little bit harder. We have 12 on one side, so 12 is going to go on the other side, 18 at the top, so 18 will go at the bottom. 12 plus 12, that's a little bit harder, so maybe we need to make a little spot where we can add that up together. 12 plus 12 is going to equal 24. I'm going to cross those off so I know that I already took care of those. And I'm going to do 18 plus 18. I'm going to write those down. 18 plus 18, 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry my 1, 1, 2, 3, 36. I'm going to cross those off so I know that I already took care of those. Now I have my 24 and I have my 36 that I have to add those together. So my 4 plus 6 is 10. Carry the 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 60, but I need to label, and I see that my label is cm for centimeters. All right, the next one is if I'm standing in a line to get ice cream, and maybe I am going to figure out what the people would like to get for their ice cream. Maybe they would like chocolate vanilla twist, chocolate vanilla twist, chocolate vanilla twist, chocolate vanilla twist. And I want to know what the 8th person wants. So I'm going to count down through my line to the 8th person, and I'm going to see what they wanted, and they wanted V for vanilla. So that's one way you can figure out what someone wants when they're in a line. Let's look at this lovely bus drawing that I have here. And I have the bus driver seated them boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl in the bus. And we want to know who is sitting in the 6th seat. So we're going to count down to the 6th seat, and I see a G for girl. There's a girl sitting in the 6th seat. All right, we have our bus again. And this time they're alternating kindergartner, first, second grader, kindergartner, first, second grader, and we need to figure out who the 7th person is. So we're going to count 7 over, and that happens to be the K for kindergartner. All right, I just want to remind you for our last skill here that we have to do is all together means to add. So remember our touch points. 9 plus 3 is 12, carry the 1. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus one more. That one we regrouped is 12. Don't forget to regroup. Again with the touch points, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put the 2, carry the 1. 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Put the 6, carry the 1 if you so choose to do the touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do not forget to regroup when you are adding up these larger numbers, when you are putting them all together. All right, boys and girls, I know that was a very speedy lesson on reviewing all of those word problems that we have been learning all throughout the year. Great job.